Num num num. Big breakfast!
Hello everybody and welcome back to Big Breakfast Gaming. My name is Mike and you are joining me for Horizon Forbidden West. This is our easy playthrough. Last episode we had a look around this area and completed one of the errands, which was to do with food. It's a good little introduction to let us know what that was all about. We've had a look at the majority of this area. There aren't any more errands or additional tasks that are popping up. So what I want to do today, that we discussed last time, was to take a look at this Machine Strike Beginner, because I'm not sure what that is. I haven't checked it out yet, before heading off to the brink. So let's do that. Oh, seem to have fallen down. Let's head over and see what this is. It's guiding me down the wrong way sometimes. Okay.
Hey, Ray.
Change your mind about that brew?
Come to revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh?
Okay, so it's a game.
I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then?
I do actually have a piece.
A Tanakh original straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too.
I admit I enjoyed playing the game on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. What's it called? It's been a while since I played that, so I can't actually remember what it was called. But it was a really good game that was quite addictive and quite enjoyable to play. So, well, let's see what this one's about. Beginner's tutorial. We might end up doing this video on this alone before going off to find errand. So let's take a look. Right. Setup points 2 of 10. I'm not really sure what all these are. Let's just start and see.
All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from.
Distance, okay.
And of course, their health.
Naturally.
Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go.
Okay.
I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder.
So I can move up to 2 spaces in any direction. Oh. Or why does it allow me to go more? Sprint. Let's just go move.
Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round. So go ahead and pick a second machine. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you.
Okay.
This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with
Okay.
that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough to attack one of my machines. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power. Again, a machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power.
Sorry, I skipped
This
that. I
board
was meant
only
to
has grassland terrain,
I thought it
which
was
has
attacking.
no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power.
Okay.
So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the two machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that?
Yeah. Yes, let's keep
Knew
going.
you were a smart one.
Thanks.
Finish up by attacking my machine.
Okay.
Not pulling any punches, huh? Now
I just
grab
did
that
what you
second
told me to
machine of
do.
yours. See how your
Okay.
machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out.
Right, so I can normally only go 2 spaces like that. But I can sprint.
Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack.
That's a
Now, some
bit
players
annoying.
like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean.
Okay. Okay, so it will take 2 points off me, but also take 2 points off them.
That's about it for your turn then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it.
Okay, so grab a hold of
Same as
it.
in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine.
How? Use L2 and R2 to rotate the machines.
Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points.
Awesome.
You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece.
Can I rotate?
You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's
That would
health,
kill me,
you'd be
though.
sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes that can be a good thing.
Ah.
Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean.
So it's like chess. I can sacrifice a piece.
Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're going to receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor.
Okay, that makes
Now,
sense.
You'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner.
Thanks.
Wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or 2.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. I know I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me, always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Alright, so that's the main tutorial complete for that. So we've got an idea of what strike is. Now we've got quite a few more here to do. This is going to take up a whole video, I think. Alright, let's have a look at the next one. Terrain and knockback tutorial.
Ah, I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage?
Go ahead.
This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines.
Okay.
Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power.
Yeah.
It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage. Go ahead and test it out.
Okay.
There you go. Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grassland terrain. This terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points.
Okay.
My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it, which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens. Ha, see? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both
Okay.
our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage. And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once. Useful, right? Okay, now go ahead and end your turn. There's still one more thing I want to show you. All right, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add to your machine's combat power. However, there are 2 other terrains that work a little differently. This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary. This is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left. See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering from me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play.
Oh, okay. That's a bit abrupt, but alright. Alright, machine types and skills tutorial.
Here for more tips? Why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play?
You do that.
In a normal game, you get to choose which machines you place on the board. Each one is worth a certain number of setup points, and you can spend up to 10 assembling your army. Knowing what each machine brings to the game and building an army that matches your strategy is the key to becoming a machine strike master. When assembling your army, there are a few things to keep in mind. First and foremost, you can never have more than 4 of the same machine on the board at the same time. With that in mind, most players would choose machines based on how far they can move or how much attack power they have. But a real strike player will be looking at a machine's type and skills. Let's take a quick look, shall we? Pick up that machine on your left. All right, let's talk about the different ways in which a machine attacks its opponents. In other words, its machine type. If you look at your notes, you'll see this machine here is a melee type. You can also tell by the shape of the base the piece stands on. A melee type machine attacks the first enemy within range, and no one else. We've seen this plenty of times, so just move that piece forward so I can show you some more stuff. Great, now grab your other machine. Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner type machine here. This means they'll only hit the farthest enemy in their attack range. Let's move that machine forward and end your turn so we can take a look at the rest of the pieces. Let's go with this piece first. This is a ram type machine. Attack an enemy with it and it'll push the piece backwards. Like this. See, now my machine has taken over your machine's spot on the board. This is a great way to take the advantage away from your opponent if they have the higher ground. Looks like we have one more piece to look at. Now this is a beauty of a piece. A dash type machine. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including your own. So make sure you take a good look at the board before you send it off to the races. You should also make sure it's able to finish its attack on an empty spot. Otherwise, you won't be able to attack at all. Here, I'll show you. Look, it even rotated your piece. A nifty little piece you'll definitely want in your set. If you look at your notes, you'll notice this particular machine has one of the skills I mentioned before. There's quite a few of those, and we haven't even looked at all the machine types yet. But I'm pretty sure you've got more important things to do, so I made you a list. It's got all the tips and tricks we talked about, too. I think that about does it for now, so if you want to play a real game, just let me know.
Okay, so that's the training done. So now we got beginner's practice. Let's have a go. Why not?
Let's play. Time to get serious. Your turn.
Okay. Was that good? And I can overcharge for 2.
I got a tough fight ahead of me.
That wasn't too bad. Okay, I can take off only 1 point. Why only 1 point? Oh, because I'm hitting him head on.
Lucky me, you hit armor.
I'm not going to overcharge.
Time to make my move.
Okay.
You're up, Red.
And let's overcharge as well. Won't
You
kill
got
me.
me. Fair and square.
Was that it? Okay. Oh, got some good shards out of that. Alright, let's go medium. Are you ready to start? Yes, I'm ready.
Good luck.
Okay, let's put them over here.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Board's all yours.
I don't really know what I want to do. Okay. Let's move you there.
I'm up. Your move, Red.
My move, huh? Okay. Should I have changed? Why not?
One less piece on the board. My turn.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
Sometimes I surprise even myself.
What? Damn.
That's it for me.
Okay.
That was brutal.
Do I want to do that? Oh, okay.
I'm up. Gotta say, your odds aren't good, Red.
Sorry about this, my phone keeps ringing. Give me a sec. Okay, I did not make it to my phone. Let's not worry about that. I don't usually get calls on the house phone, so I'm not really sure who that might be. Okay, so he's taken 2 of mine out. Dude. They didn't do much damage at all. I don't think I'm going to survive this one. I'm not going to overcharge because I reckon that'll kill me off. That'll do it.
Well, that's done now. Okay, let's see.
Ouch.
Luck's
Ouch.
not on your side today, Red.
Not fair. Okay, retry.
Let's do this.
I think we may have gone over our 20 minutes. But it's fine. This is a RAM type. Okay.
Your turn.
Really? Okay.
My turn. You're up, Red.
Overcharge.
Knocked right off the board. Time to get serious. Off the board it goes.
Okay. So if I break him, does he damage the one behind as well?
Thank the forge you hit armor.
He doesn't. Okay, that was not good.
Time to make my move.
I think we lost one.
One less piece on the board. That was brutal. Time to make my move. That's it for me.
Okay.
Knocked right off the board.
Bring it in.
Okay, let's see.
Damn. How did
That's
that
the game.
happen?
You up for a rematch?
Okay, this is getting annoying.
Here we go.
I thought I had it there. Alright.
My turn. Board's all yours. I'm up.
She's gonna overcharge.
Your move, Red. I like that piece where it was.
Okay.
Time to get serious.
Yeah, I saw that happening.
You're up, Red.
I only need to take off one.
Ah, off the board it goes.
No, don't want to break.
I always get nervous when I overcharge my pieces.
Okay. No. Let's...
Time to make my move.
Okay.
Your move, Red. You got me down to one piece. I am impressed.
Okay, I'm going to move that back just in case.
I'm up. Just one piece left. That sure dampens the forge. Your turn.
And I can overcharge. Yeah, okay.
Now that was a game, even if I
Oh.
lost.
And that was annoying. But okay. This might be a little bit of a longer video, but let's do it anyway. Let's try and get all of these out of the way.
This is gonna be fun.
Medi-type.
Time to get serious. That's it for me.
Okay, that's interesting. Kill it in one go.
Well, that's done now. Okay, let's see. Board's all yours. Ah, off the board it goes. My turn. Your move, Red.
Okay. No. If I overcharge, it'll only take away one.
Well, that's done now. I'm up. You're up, Red.
Okay. Do I wanna go on then?
One less piece on the board. Guess I shouldn't have left that weak spot open, huh?
Not worth overcharging.
Time to get serious.
Okay.
Board's all yours.
Because I'm hitting it dead on, and okay. At least that kills him off.
Oh, I thought I had that one.
And that's 7 points. Excellent. Alright, that wasn't too bad. It was easier than the last one now. Regular challenge. Okay, I get a bristleback strike piece as well. And an additional 2 skill points. Wait a minute, wait. 0-3 beginner players defeated. Defeat all 3 beginner strike players to earn this reward. Okay, so that I can't do. Okay, so from this I can get a strike piece. And I've already got one as well, so if I can get that out of my stash, then I'm good. Okay, so now I have to create a set. I've got 10 points to create one with. Okay. These guys are good. 4, 2 attack. Well, this one's got 3 attacks, so let's go with that one. One of you. I don't really like the borrower, so let's go with that. Okay, start challenge. Close opponent's place set. Why is that open? All I did was start challenge.
Let's do this.
Let's do it indeed. Has he got more pieces than me? He's got more pieces than me.
Okay, let's see. That's it for me.
Okay. Okay, why is he not attacking from there? Oh, he's got to attack from 2 strikes, but I see. Okay. Alright. That's different. Also from 2 back. Okay, let's attack.
Time to make my move.
Ooh, that's a big jump forward. What?
That was brutal. Knocked right off the board.
I can overcharge. And destroy him.
Well, that's done now.
It's 3 points.
My turn.
Ooh, okay. Let's do that.
Oh! Got me good.
And overcharging should kill him and damage him.
One less piece on the board. My turn.
Ooh, that
Knocked
was worth
right
2
off the board.
points. That was worth 2 points to him.
That was brutal.
Damn it.
Time to get serious.
Damn.
Your turn.
Okay. I should be able to win by
seriously?
overcharging.
Well, Spark
Yes.
My Forge, you have
7
beaten
points.
me on every one of my boards. Now that deserves a prize, I say.
Damn straight. Okay, bristleback strike piece and 100 metal shards. That's good. Okay, that's all of them. That is everything.
You know where to find me, Red.
Okay, that video is longer than I thought it was going to be, but at least we covered the first machine strike section, so I am going to leave it here for now. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for being patient through that game. So that was a good video for covering machine strike. Never played that before. Seems like it's interesting. I don't know if I'm going to bother playing it all the way through, but it might be worth it at some point. In the meantime, join me on the next video and stay safe and happy gaming.
Thanks for watching.